Good morning. It's cold out. It's very windy out. And we are headed over to pick up some meat birds that we have contracted with a friend of ours. And I'll show you what we got and I'll show you what our contract was when we get home. We are back from picking up our chickens from our friend. And they're not huge chickens, but they are farm raised chickens. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want to thank Hannah from Awesome Possum for these chickens. We did a trade. I offered her garden scraps and some overage vegetables that we could eat, didn't want to store. And she made great use of that. Some of it she ate, and some of it she gave to the chickens to help grow them out, to help supplement her feed costs. And I totally appreciate Hannah for doing this, and looking forward to doing it again this year. We will have more garden scraps available, but these are frozen. But I am going to make something that I've wanted to make for several months, but I haven't had a whole chicken to do so, and now I do. I'm going to take one of these chickens. I think I'll take this one. And I'm going to get my homemade orange marmalade that I've made last year. I mean, literally, it was about a year ago I made it. And I'm going to make orange marmalade chicken. And I will take you guys on that recipe. Totally made up. I don't have a recipe that I found online. This is something that I came up with. I do know that there is an orange marmalade chicken recipes out there, but I did not research any of them. I love orange marmalade, and I just want to do an orange marmalade and probably orange marmalade lemon chicken. And we'll see. We'll see exactly how I season this. So let's get to making this chicken. All right, so we have our little frozen chicken here, and we'll take them out of the bag. He's not really big, but not injected with any kind of extra fluids or anything. It's just a pure chicken. He's a little tall. Just gonna lay him on his side. Get rid of the bag because you don't keep that. It has raw chicken. Need to wash my hands, and I'll be right back. All right, now that my hands are washed, we're going to open our canned orange marmalade that we canned last year. I do believe we canned this together. It looks so good. All right, so I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to do the whole jar. Going to add a little lemon juice, and this is real lemon juice. I'm just measuring with my heart, but I'd probably say a tablespoon. Because you got the orange, you don't need a whole lot of lemon. Add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Now, because Worcestershire sauce is technically not gluten-free, you can use a gluten-free version. I'm not that sensitive with the Worcestershire sauce, so I can use it. I'm going to put a fair amount because I want that real umami flavor. I can actually put mushrooms in here too, which I do have. I'm going to put some dill weed in. Not much. We're talking probably, if I'm going to measure, 1/2 teaspoon. Lots of garlic powder. Lots of onion powder. And a little bit of paprika. In fact, I think I'll go grab my freeze-dried mushrooms. Here are my freeze-dried mushrooms. I will add a little bit of water, putting about 700 milliliters. Now I'll put the lid on. And if you were on with me with my shopping trip, you'll know that I got this for $8. I'll plug it in. All right, so I'm going to set it to high for 6 hours and we'll check it. All right, guys, 2 hours and 34 minutes left. It's actually pretty much close to being done. I pulled the bones out so I can make a bone broth. This came out amazing. I just want it to thicken up a little bit, so I left the lid off. But it's the flavor is so there. So I will show you what I'm going to put together for the meal prep for our dinner tonight. What we're going to put in the vegetable sides. All right, so as you guys know or have watched some of my previous videos, we had a very small, very poorly looking corn harvest, but this is what we're going to have. We're going to have some corn and some diced veggies, or actually they're sliced. So I got some carrots, some bell peppers from the garden, and a couple of celery in here that I actually got on a grocery haul. That is going to be one side. Our second side will be some gluten-free pasta. It's actually going to be a sour cream pasta, and I will show you how I make that. All right, a little change of plans in dinner. We lost power for a couple hours, so we're putting the chicken over some rice, but we're still going to cook the vegetables. And I didn't realize I was out of aluminum foil, so I'm going to boil the corn with the veggies. I'm going to add some salt. And they can handle quite a bit of salt. So I'm going to do 2 full pinches of salt, a nice big fat pinch of pepper, and I'm going to fill this up with water. All right, so it's on the stove cooking. I'll put a lid on this, and hopefully this will be done in an hour. Everything is done now. I did cook the rice with 12 ounces of homemade chicken broth. Here is my corn, and we are going to get into this pot here. We're going to grab some of this wonderful meat, veggies, put it right over the top of the rice. I think I want some of that broth. So I'm going to grab me a spoon. All right, got a serving spoon. Get some of that wonderful broth. Drop it right here on top of my chicken. Maybe get a little bit more. Looks so good, especially with the mushrooms. Here we go. Oh, that looks so good. Let's get a taste. All right, so dinner is officially done. Let's take a taste of this. A little bit of rice. Let's get a little piece of chicken off of this. So this chicken was raised in a nice, loving area. Lots of bugs to find. Was not trapped. free-ranged a lot. So got a little bit of chicken, a little bit of vegetables, and mushroom. Let's give it a try. It does not compare to a grocery store chicken. Not at all. I prefer it over grocery store chickens. They're super good. And the corn, this corn was grown on my garden plot last year, and we have put off trying it. So this is one of the few ears we got that was actually decent. You saw those ears of corn. They were all homegrown. So let's give this one a try. Buttery and sweet. Oh my goodness. Even with putting the celery and the peppers and the carrots in to cook with this, it just elevated the flavor. So, so good. So guys, if you have not ever had farm fresh chicken, you have to try it. Have to try it at least once. If you don't like it, then you can go back to the store-bought, but at least give it one shot. So that was today. Tomorrow, I get to go pick up some farm fresh eggs from a friend of mine. So we'll be back in just a few seconds, and it'll be tomorrow. We're going to go pick up some farm fresh eggs. Good afternoon. It is the next day. We're going to get chicken eggs. We're going to get 4 dozen. So let me flip you around. Let you enjoy the view. We are back from my egg distributor lady. She's such a kind lady. I absolutely love her. She's a good friend of mine. But these are the 4 dozen eggs that we got, and you can see she has a multitude of chickens, and she has them in different ages. Like, okay, here's a good one. Let me grab this, not with my sore arm. See if I can grab it. So this is a little tiny egg, okay? This is from a chicken that just started laying. She actually had two that were the size of they're about that big. One rattled and the other one was empty. And then she has some older chickens. This one's probably about 2.5 years old or 2 years old. But I get all different colors from her. No, they're not washed. Some of them did get a little dirty, and that does not make a difference on the flavor of the egg or anything. You just take the egg, you give it a good scrub with some warm water. I don't use anything on there. Some people use vinegar or bleach or something. These things are very porous. I don't want any of that flavor in there. So I just use hot water and a scrub brush, and I keep them in the fridge because, yes, these are fertilized eggs. They will turn into chicks. Well, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. So that way you'll get notified each time I upload one of these videos. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I've also noticed that a lot of you are not subscribers. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel out and it helps me out. And go ahead and share this video with anybody who's not familiar with homesteading, or even people who are and you just want to show them something else. So guys, until my next upload, bye.